Did you stay the entire time in Jerusalem?
No. We did a whole loop of the country. So we went, I think we stayed about 3 or 4 days in Jerusalem. In every spot I stayed in, I could have stayed an extra day, for sure. So from Jerusalem, we headed south to the Dead Sea, which was awesome. Like, it was just like a resort. It was like warm, like spring weather. Like, the water was a little bit cool, but I'm used to cold water, so it didn't bother me at all. And then it was like, what do they call them? They call them wadis. These huge mountains, like desert-like mountains. It felt like almost like being on the moon. And so it almost felt like being on like a different planet, coming from like New England, and like I've never been to the Southwest, so like the wadis are just huge, like barren, like mountains, and everything's so dry, but it's gorgeous. So once you get into the water, and then the water is, it's like all white salt, really. It's not even sand, white like sediment. You get in, and then the view is just gorgeous. But once you get into the Dead Sea, you like instantly pop up. Like, you have to work to like keep your body under. I work to keep my body underwater. Like, I instantly like just like boom, like you can't, unless you like forcefully try to keep your body, or like work to keep your body underwater. You don't have to do anything to pop up.
Okay. Wow, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, and you can just float. The only thing is just like keeping the water away from your face, because it'll burn your eyes. But like, it's fine, like in terms of like splashing, and like it's not like, it's actually kind of like a thick, oily, like, it's not like water. It's thicker and oily, more oily than water.
And that's what's supposed to be good for your skin.
Yeah. So it was nice to be there, but then also there was like jacuzzis. Well, the jacuzzis didn't have it. They had a heated pool that was inside, where they pumped the water from the Dead Sea in. So that was really nice. And they would have like pipes, these like plastic pipes that you could just hold on to. So it's kind of like a whole little like bar setup. And it was nice, because then you could just kind of either rest your head on it or just hold on to it while you were floating. So that was cool. The only thing is, it was nice to be outdoors, to have the view. But at least in the resort, you had just hot water. It was like warm.
So you stayed in a resort?
Yeah, so we stayed in the resort where we went was not where we stayed.
Okay.
So we stayed in like a cheaper hotel. Again, don't remember how much it was, but it was probably like the cheapest option. But they provided all 3 meals or 2 meals or something, and it was like really good food. Like, really, like the whole room was like kind of like cafeteria style, but like nice, and all families would be there, and people would be bringing their bottles of wine to the table, and like there were couples there, and the food was just like super yummy, and they had like all the desserts and all of these things. So we stayed there. Like, our room was like nothing special, and then but it had a television, 2 beds, like it totally worked, and a bathroom. Like, it worked. But it wasn't like super luxury. And then there was a nice lounge bar there, and then a pool, but it was like, I don't know, either too cold to go in the pool or something. But they partnered with like another hotel to get passes to then use their facility.
Okay.
So, and that was like, their facility was like really nice. So we would go there, and I would like go into the water, and then Chris would like hang out, because it was too cold for him. He's so skinny. It was way too cold for him. He went in like once. But then also like a highlight there was this Zumba class. That was like, this woman did a Zumba class, so then I just was like in the pool doing Zumba, which was like super fun too. But yeah, that was like pretty resorty. From there, we headed up north. So we were on the border of Jordan and Israel. So we were like super close. Like, literally, one place that we went, it was just the fence was there. and that was like the border, which was interesting. So yeah, so then we went to, I think it is called, where we stayed was called Kibbutz Katarem, and so there's like all these neighborhoods, like I guess like private or small neighborhoods that they call kibbutz. It's like a gated community.
Okay.
So to get in, like there's these actual gates, and people have like a pass code to get in. And then you open it up, but it is like a whole neighborhood. It's not just like a couple of houses, like a bunch of houses. Like, kind of reminds me of like suburbia or like a cul-de-sac or something, but like it can be rather large, like 20 or more houses or 50. So where we went, well, we stayed one spot at a kibbutz that had a B&B, or really just like a room or something, because she didn't provide breakfast, but yeah, so just like a room, and we stayed overnight just to kind of like split up the drive, and then the next day we went to Kibbutz Katarim, and that was like a cabin, like a one-room cabin that had a jacuzzi, which is like really nice, and it was like everything was like pasture. So there were cows, there were all these wild poppies, wild flowers, like really pastoral and like calming. But the only thing that was like not calming was like there'd be like signs for like the mines, or like the like not like a pretty much like a bomb or like a shell or something, like it from previous wars. It'd be like, like don't walk here, there could be old.
Oh wow.
So that was like, I mean, we weren't gonna really be walking, but I was like, oh, this is like, because I'm thinking of like all these cows walking around. Like, what if like this bomb goes off or something? But otherwise it was like green, and also in that region, we were literally there during the spring season, which is pretty short, and literally I guess like a month later or a month and a half later, it'd be like 100 degrees, like 100 plus degrees. It just gets incredibly hot there. So this was their season where it was like green, flowers are blooming. It was like 60-degree weather, 70-degree weather, like mild. And we had this sweet cabin that we could just like go hang out in the jacuzzi, take a shower, look out onto the like mountains and the fields, and then just hang out.
Nice.
Which was like really relaxing.